Hey everybody, it is a Friday, which means tomorrow's the weekends. We're gonna get some fun out. By fun, I mean game all weekend. Because that's what I do here. Um, anyway, I wanted. No, I no, no, I no, I wanted. I keep saying I wanted, but I want to talk about something today, and it involves a lot of heavy things about depression. And how, like, even though people advocate for a safer space, better mental health care, it's something I feel, okay? Like, everybody feels differently. This is something I feel. Even though you have a safe space, or even if your environment is not so bad, it's not as cruel, of course. Especially for me, because I want to talk about this because I don't have people around me giving me a hard time. I have a safe space, I have good friends, I have great like pillars of support. But you see, even though I have these things, right, I have access to mental health care, I have access to a lot of things, depression is very difficult to explain. It's not that I don't have anything that's triggering me, right? The simplest of things will trigger me. But at the same time, even though I have like a safe space and all that, people to talk to, some days I still feel like everything boils down to me. I'm gonna go get something. I don't know how to explain, but like I said, because I have like such a warm, inviting environment, I find myself pulling away more times than often. Like, I know for a fact that if I were to ask for help, there will be someone that is going to help me. But I refuse to ask for help when things like that happen, because I just don't want to deal with it anymore. And a trigger warning for any suicidal thoughts or people going through the same thing as I am, but I always feel like it's better like if I'm not around. And that even though I have people that will talk to me and talk me out of it, I find myself going back and forth and back again to the idea of like, I just don't want to be. It's very selfish. A lot, like, I know it's very selfish in a sense, but at the same time, it's also selfless. I just don't want to be here. I just want to be here. There is literally nothing else. Do I feel like a burden sometimes? Yeah. But is that the thing that triggers me to off myself? No. I literally just don't want to be here anymore. I just can't take it. I just don't want to be here. I just don't want to be breathing anymore. And it just eats into you because I'm like, logically that doesn't make sense, right? Like, I will always ask myself things like, so why don't you want to be here? Is it because the weather's too hot? Like, you feel like shit because you don't go out? Is it because your eye feels like shit all the time, and you're materialistic, but you don't want to spend your money? What is it that's like forced, like causing you to feel that way? And it always goes back to like, there is no reason to, and even if there was a reason, there is a multitude of reasons, but the main thought in my head is just that I don't want to be here anymore. I just don't want to be here anymore. And that's the best way I can put it. It's like my brain and my body is so numb to everything else around me, to the point that like I literally just don't want to be here. And there are situations that have happened in the past where I was trying to, calm myself off, and I was so angry or so like disappointed at something that like I felt something, and I went like, you know what, it's not the time to die. Which is so stupid, honestly. It really is damn fucking stupid. And I have these thoughts in my head all the time, and they love to appear all the time. And I will always try to look at it in a logical way. Like if I feel like shit, I'll ask myself, is there anything I can do? Is there anybody I can talk to? And I know the answers for that. It's just that I just don't want to some days. Some days I feel like maybe I might be happier if I'm not here, because I literally am not here anymore, and I'm not like physically feeling anything anymore. Like, I guess the best way is to say that's like this loss of everything. You don't feel like you want to do anything. You don't feel like you want to say anything. And that's usually when it hits really hard. And I could talk about it, but I would still feel like shit afterwards. And I would still contemplate doing this or that. I have not self-harm in a while, okay, so that's that. I stopped self-harming because I realized it didn't do jack shit. It literally didn't do jack shit. It's like when I first started self-harming, I was just thinking about how I'm finally feeling something, like my body can feel something. But recently I realized I don't. It literally does not feel anything. Like, there is no point. And I have these thoughts all the time. Some of them are more repressed when I do things and I keep my mind off it. So a lot of times people will tell me to, hey, just keep your mind off of stuff. Like, don't think about it. Like, if you want to talk about it, but don't just simmer in it. But it's so difficult. It's so easy to say, don't simmer in it. It's so easy to say, don't think about it. But it's not easy to do. And some days, like, you don't even want to do the things that you like because you don't feel like you want to do it anymore. It just feels like a burden rather than anything else. And there are days where I feel like doing this also feels like a chore. But there's that. I'm feeling better nowadays. The past few days, yesterday I was feeling better. Today I'm feeling better as well. So yeah, hopefully it goes up from here.